Atlanta, you're listening to the Abbie Knights Morning Show, the #1 party show in the city.
I got tons of soul on my true collectible. Famous, so famous, #1 desirable. I do what I want when I want and how I want it. Leave you with the one in the air, that's how I roll. I got tons of soul on my true collectible. Famous, so famous, #1 desirable.
What's going on, everybody? And we're back. It's me and the ladies today. Unfortunately, Cadence couldn't be with us. Oh, man. How you ladies doing this morning? We got a lot going on today. That's all I got to tell you. But first things first, how you feeling?
Do not worry. Be happy. That's how I'm feeling. Just happy.
Happy as a clam?
Yeah, no, it was good vibes. I had a great week. I've been grinding. I've been working all week. So it was a good week. And this weekend, I'm going to turn up. Tonight, it's going to be good times. It's going to be time. I haven't had a night off.
It's birthday month for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Jenny.
Pew, 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 pew. Hold on. Let's do this right.
Shout out to all the beautiful Pisces and Aries out there. I am an Aries. I'm the March 29th Aries, so we that in between. So it's good vibes. But shout out to all of you out there. Shout out to Jenny, of course, because birthday girl. It's your birthday every day, honey. We've discussed that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to all the birthday people. It's going to be a good times. Y'all better be at the dinner. Abbie, we might have to fly you in. It's a Saturday, so it's a weekend.
Wait,
hopefully
so
you're available.
You're not traveling this year? You're not doing the group trip this year? No.
We'll go
I
somewhere.
figured. I'm not either. I won't be inviting any extra guests to my trip this year.
I might do a group trip with a boo or something. I don't know. We gonna figure it out. But I'm not. Yeah, no.
All I gotta say,
one person like Jenny had for her birthday. She just went away with her friend, and they had a great time. I just might one person type.
Yeah. You just gotta keep the numbers small.
Year.
Yeah.
The other ones, you're there with me in my heart. Love ya, but no.
Yeah.
Girls is off this year. Yeah.
It's so funny because Jenny, I don't know if you know, but Rhea and I just kind of had one year where we were like, yeah, let's do the group trip thing. And then it gets so chaotic. I no longer am friends with the girl that was supposedly coming on my friend trip for my birthday. It was a disaster. So anyways, diving right into it.
Yes, the non-drama drama. Let's go.
Drama. Stevie J. Has anyone seen the headlines?
Okay,
I have not actually.
Great. Okay, so
for it.
Here's what I will say.
Search for this PP.
Sound, ladies and gentlemen, sound on. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm at the Star Island right now. I'm not even going. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it's going down right now.
Oh wait, I don't know where you went.
So anyway,
I can't see you, Stevie.
I'm trying to find out how I can see you again on the Zoom. Is that you?
Yeah. Now turn it.
Is that
I can see you this way.
This way?
Yep.
How's this right here?
Yep. Stevie.
See this body right here?
Hold on, wait. It's a hair right there. Hold on. Stevie, why am I in bed with you right now?
No, you said you want to
You're a distraction. You're a distraction. We trying to talk.
No, you're a distraction.
No, you're a distraction. We're talking about you. Pick the camera up.
Where do you want me to take the camera to?
That's a distracting angle.
This one?
This is a mess. I cannot.
Yeah. This is why we do this right here. I do this for this right here.
Okay. One of the things, you come from a big family. You have a lot of siblings, and you also have the same amount of kids that your father had. And so I want to talk about, and did it ever hurt your feelings when the narrative in the media was that you don't take care of your kids when family is so important?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Lord.
I appreciate you for asking that. So what it is right now for Mimi, she know I love her, and I don't like the narrative that everybody else push,
Mm-hmm.
Mimi know what's up.
But did it hurt your feelings? Like, you know, they tried to say you don't take care of your kids.
That don't hurt my feelings. Make sure my big.
Put pants on. Put pants on while you're talking to me. Your wife's tattoo is looking at me in my face.
Yeah, that's my wife right there.
I'm saying your wife is looking at me and you half naked. So go put some panties on.
Panties? The fuck, yo.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta fuck up. I'm doing this for my wife too.
Okay.
I'm doing this for.
Ladies?
I'm in shock. Wait, is that Faith Evans on his body?
Yes.
Was that Faith Evans giving him?
No, because he said, I'm doing this for my wife. The chick popped off, said something, and he said, I'm doing this for my wife too.
He's crazy. He loves that type of attention, though. Oh,
did you guys hear the slurping
his body
sounds?
looks good. I don't know. Other than that, he's a psycho. So.
But wait, did you guys hear the slurping sounds?
Of course we heard it.
Yeah.
And I can't. That's too much. What was that? He was on doing an interview?
Yes. Leah's Lemonade or something like that. Not sure if it's a podcast or a radio show. Shout out to her.
You know, his daughter too was like old enough to see things on social, so whatever. Like
he looks.
Come on, people.
He looks like he's
that's different from it being an
intoxicated.
Ellie or these other people having things leaked out, but that's intentionally done. That's intentionally insinuating.
100%.
You're getting
100%.
you know this done, which is fine, I guess, but it's just like you're on an interview, she's asking about your kids. I feel like that's just not the appropriate time.
Incredibly disrespectful.
Yeah,
exactly, to the interviewee. Like,
but let me ask you, how would you ladies feel if you were doing an interview and this happened in the middle of your interview?
Where you have a visual of all of that, like, yeah.
I thought she handled it well. She just keep going. Like it just, you know what I'm saying? You get the content you want. Her show's called Leah's Lemonade, so you know she wants all that squeeze and tea. So it's fine. Like I understand, but like me, I would be mortified. I would talk shit after, but you know, you're in the middle of a show. You keep it moving, or you address it. Like, who is that? What's happening?
Yeah, let's
you
talk
know what
about
I'm saying?
Did it sound like she was flirting a little bit though?
She did, or you actually be like, are you getting right now? What is happening?
That's what I would have done. I would have just switched up the whole thing. We would have just talked about what was going down, literally. Yeah, like that would have been me. And then I would have cut the interview short. But it almost seemed like, I don't know, it seemed like she was kind of crushing on him a little bit. Like she was like, don't hold the phone like that. All giggly. I mean, I don't know. Homegirl was getting it in though on the other side. Sound like she had a mouthful of not ice. So that was an interesting situation that I thought we'd start off with, because first of all, outside of whatever he's doing, because he looked like he was definitely intoxicated. He was not sober. So disrespectful to do that.
I believe that he probably was. I don't see it too far from his sober self.
Really? I don't know. He looked like he wasn't all there. But I don't know. I don't know him like that either. So I'm just speculating at this point. But super disrespectful towards the lady interviewing him. It's not the right thing to do. So I just figured I'd start us off bright and early, you know, talking about squeezing that lemonade. Anyway, let's talk about Pete Davidson for a quick second. Apparently, he is a real life Ken doll. If you guys are not familiar with what I'm talking about, yes, it happened. He did a photo shoot with Paper Magazine, and he has a photo where he looks like a naked Ken doll. Ladies, what's your opinion on this? What are your thoughts?
I love it. I love everything about this photo shoot. Everything.
Yeah, it's hilarious, actually. Plus, he's a comedian. Hello, you know.
It's very Pete.
Get it, like Barbie and Kim.
Right?
No, they should do one together.
It's official too. Kim made it Instagram official.
Once you post it on Instagram, it's official. Not in the close friends, but you know, for the public.
Exactly.
That's how you know it's real.
He does have a joint in his hand, though, on that picture to the left. I know you cropped it, but in the real picture, he does have a joint.
Saw that on. You think Kim smokes with him?
Hell to the yes.
Okay, good.
Plus, California, it's legal, honey. You could do whatever you want, especially in New York. hello, it helps you, saves lives. I even just talked to my mom today. She's talking about my knees hurt and all this. I was like, yeah, you know what? You should just smoke. Your body will feel better. She's 80, by the way. So I told her, I said, just smoke, Ma. You'll be all right.
What did you say? Is she with it?
She was like, I told my husband today, yeah. I was telling him my knees were bothering me again. And she said, Maria said that I should smoke. And I said, yeah. And she's like, I'm going to do it. I should do it, right? And I was like, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see.
Oh my goodness, Rhea out here being
girl, she was cute. She would send me $20 in a week. Parents, they just funny. She'd send me $20 and she goes, here, this is for your green tea. I'm like, funny, I cannot. She was contributing. I love it. Yeah, and then for Christmas one year, I got her a weed ornament, a leaf, socks. So she's all about that life coming up.
Oh, she's all about that herbal life. I see.
Not much longer. Let's live it up.
I see what's happening. That's so good. So before we jump into the rest of these topics, Jenny, I'm so curious to see what you got for us today. It sounds like it's going to be a good one.
What's your morning fix, honey? What's the fix today,
they say
darling?
3 do it better.
Exactly. Good morning. It's Jenny Ruby with your morning fix.
That's gonna be your signature cough.
I know.
And clearing your throat.
Oh my gosh, you guys! I can't with this
Pause.
thing. Heavy on the pause. So, we all like to say that things come better in threes. 3 strikes, you're out. 3 blind mice. 3 little pigs. The 3 branches of government, the Holy Trinity, Abbie, Jenny, and Rhea, of course. Third time.
Duh.
The list goes on. You get where I'm going with this. But what about when the 3 involves love and sex? In a recent survey done at the University of Quebec with over 4,000 participants ranging from 18 to 80, Rhea, your mother was in there, 18 to 80. Let's see what she has to say about that. Having a threesome was listed as the absolute #1 fantasy. So, contrary to the fantasies we all seem to have, only 10% of women, which is 1 in 10 women, and 2 in 10 men have participated in this type of group activity. But they said it only occurred one time. 80% of the people who have participated in a threesome said it only happened once. So according to Psychology Today, it's charted that men prefer to have this triad activity take place with 2 women, where women have a more varied preference. The idea behind men wanting 2 women, it derives from the evolutionary theory where access to sexual encounters increases the chances of men having multiple offspring. But this doesn't give you men a pass to just go raw dog and everything just because there's an evolutionary theory behind it. Anyway, so to this, the article states that when people actually do it and go for it, their experiences vary from positive to negative. They're rarely meaningful and are not a threat to monogamy or even considered habitual. So who here is down to have this healthy type of love triangle?
I'm not about that group life, but I feel like you and Rhea are about to start dishing some
throw
tea.
Us in there. I just gonna throw us in there.
I'm drinking my tea. Sorry.
And I'm sipping my coffee. Mm-hmm.
That's
my
what
mother's probably listening.
That's what happens when you plead the fifth. So
I would
it's all
really
good.
want Cadence to chime into this. Oh God,
exactly. Cadence, we're channeling you.
Right.
Yes.
Now, if we were channeling him, he'd be live. He'd be asking a lot of questions right now. Like, hold on, Jenny and Rhea. Like, what you mean? Like, you into group activities? Like, you've done group activities? Or you saying you're just thinking about it? Or,
So I know, everyone's pleading the fifth. Whatever. Fine. Great. Do you guys know someone who has had a threesome?
Yes. I know a lot of people that have. A lot of my friends do.
What was their? How did they describe it? Was it something they would do again? Do they do it? Is it it happen often?
I don't know. One of the couples, apparently the guy liked the girl that they had in their little group activities too much, and so they started getting it on the side, and their relationship ended. And then one of the other ones, there's a lot of, like, they were explaining to me, like, there's levels to it. You know, you can't be spending too much time together. It's got to be an in and out quick thing. And I'm thinking to myself, if you are the third wheel in that situation, talk about feeling used and disposed of. Like, okay, thanks, you can leave now.
But I was reading about it, and
that's why I'm not cut out for that life.
The way that it's supposed to be considered healthy is if it is talked about prior. If you, me, you, Rhea,
Facts.
and Abbie, if we all have a conversation, I know. If we all have a conversation with the group prior and talk about the boundaries, that's the number one thing, is the boundaries. And as long as everyone's on the same page, it can be considered really healthy, even for couples within marriages. So
swingers, I know swingers are definitely down with stuff like that, because that's like a lifestyle you talk about, you discuss. They have clubs. I've actually been to one. Don't ask right now. But yeah, so that was very interesting. It was very interesting.
I bet it was. I don't know. I'm old school and I'm not really into women like that, so it's not a thing for me. But
what do you mean not really?
I'm not attracted to women. Like, I don't see a woman and go, ooh, I wish I could go to bed with her.
Really, Jen, you peep that, right?
So you're saying there's a chance. There's a chance.
No, I'm just not into women.
It is right. Yeah, but you're just not into them, or just not really.
No, it's never been a thing where I've looked at a woman and been like, ooh, I wonder what that would be like. It's never been a thing for me. Like, it's actually, I've had listen, since y'all trying to get all up in my business anyway, I've had my exes that have spent hours trying to convince me and talk me into it. And I'm like trying to come up with every excuse in the book. I don't know what to do. Like, what am I going to do with a woman? It's okay. We could walk you through it. Like, what?
You don't know anything.
Could walk
you it all to you, baby girl.
No, it's just not like a woman's. No, I just can't. I can't.
We are women. Women are beautiful. Like,
yes, I think women are stunning. From a distance, I respect it. Do I want to be in bed rolling around with one? It's not for me. It's just not for me. If I'm being, everybody's got their thing.
I feel you, Abbie. I'm strictly to Abbie.
High five. Yeah. So, I mean, but at the same time, for friends that I do have that are in open relationships and things like that, I'm like, you are inviting conflict into your relationship, because I don't care about boundaries. They don't mean nothing. If your dude gets in bed with another woman with permission and he likes what she's putting down, you best believe he's going back 9 times out of 10, because he already got the okay. It already happened. So technically he's not cheating because he initiated it with you. Now the whole, but if I'm not there, it's cheating. It doesn't matter. It's kind of like you already got the ball rolling. He liked it. He might love you, but he might like what she's doing more in bed. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I side with that. Everybody to each their own. We know there's a lot of freaky people out there. There's a lot of different challenges.
I don't knock it. If it works for you,
to each his own. But I definitely agree with Abbie on that aspect, especially my man. No, he gonna be all mine. I'm not sharing nothing at all. Y'all could drool over him, look over him, whatever you want to do. I love that. I love that. I always say, if you drive a Ferrari, you drive a Lamborghini, all this, right? Everybody's gonna look. So you better own up to that. Like, if you want a Toyota, if you want a little Nissan or something, go over there and then have that. Okay. But if you're going to have those type of cars, you're going to have to expect people to look and back your ish up.
Plus, I'm Spanish. I'm selfish. I don't want to share that. It's mine.
Oh, yeah. Like, you're loca Spanish lady. You don't want to be with a loca Spanish lady. Oh, no.
Would it be a turnoff, or if your man is into them, would that be a deal breaker of you?
I've been in that situation.
Yes, that would be so sad.
So you want to ask me how it turned out?
Into them,
because I'm single.
Yes, you guys are together.
So
he presented it to you. What happened? Like, how did it? He just was like, hey, what's up, Abbie? Like, I'm thinking that we could, no,
he's like, hey, babe. So I was, what I'm saying? Like, I was thinking, we could try a little something new, whatever. And when he tried to describe it, I was like, oh no, I'm gonna need a whole hazmat suit. I'm not trying to be swimming in nobody's ocean, river, lake, pond, whatever they got going on. And it's like, nah, but it's really not like that. I'm like, I'm not trying to see you getting down with somebody else in front of me either. Like, What? That is not, no. Why would I want to do that? Like,
Said a hazmat zone, like
Girl.
use some sanitizer.
shh. Give a whole new meaning to COVID. So
You're
I'm
gonna be
just saying.
Lysol in your body before you get into bed. I cannot with you.
So
Oh my
he was
gosh.
like, he started laughing. He's like, nah, but don't knock it till you try it. I'm like, I know I don't want to try it. If I want to see a woman naked, I will go stand in front of a mirror without clothes. And boom, there you go. Like, it's just not my thing.
Abby, ow,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's just not for me. But I don't knock it. If somebody else, I have friends that are really into it, and more power to them. Just not for me. You know?
I
Pew,
support
pew,
it.
pew.
Yeah. Pew, pew, pew. Well, people out there,
Abby
chime
said
in
her
and let
piece.
us know. Right. Are you down for like, I don't know, more the merrier? What?
Yeah, I don't know. Call us. What's the number? Call us. Call us right now.
678-926-4454. We want to hear, do you have any fun, sexy, wild stories
Yeah.
where you've experienced this little, threesome party thing? I don't know what people are calling. I'm not hip to the trends right now, but y'all know.
Threesome. There's so many different relationships. The threesome, there's the poly life where you just date multiple people. There's so many different things.
Girl, at the swingers club, there were age rooms. There was like an 80-year-old like group room. There was a 50+ group room. I was like, oh gosh. I opened the door by accident and there was your grandparents getting it on. I had to leave. I had to leave. Anyways, next subject, Abby. What do you got for us?
Wait,
Well-
did you get turned on or did you laugh? Turn on.
I would hope it was all the way off. If I know Rhea well enough, she was like, oh, no, I got to get out of here.
When I'm 80, I
No.
hope I'm still sitting down.
It was actually very interesting. This was in California, and I had visited a swingers party. And the funny thing is, actually, I will go into it real 2 seconds. I was 22, 21, 22, 23, no, 2021. Because I wasn't even old enough. I remember because we were in college. Okay. I was in college and we were in a tournament and we were playing in LA. And my friend, Brian Pumper at that time, which was actually my roommate's friend, Brian
Put
Pumper,
him
if you
on
know him, he
blast.
looks like Lloyd Banks, the porno star. Yes. They met at a bathroom at a club in New York when she was visiting and they became friends. I didn't know him because I didn't watch like that when I was younger. So I was like, okay, yeah, I guess this guy's cool. One time he came to my house and started hitting on my mom, so I sort of thought things were weird. So anyways, fast forward, we're on one of our breaks, Christmas break, we're playing in LA. So we're playing Bakersfield, we're playing all these colleges. Anyways, he goes, hey, I want to take you guys to a swingers party. You and some of your teammates can come, just no dudes or whatever, ladies are free or whatever. So I'm just like, okay, cool. He's like, you'll roll with me and then your friends can just roll together. So, all right, whatever. In my head, there's a movie called Swingers with Vince Vaughn in them. I'm thinking swingers like this, Swingers Club. I don't know anything about this sex life swing. Okay. I'm like 20. So literally go to this party. We walk in, thought it was weird that once we go in, it was automatic $300+ for guys to get in. So I'm like, oh, that's odd. Like it's a lot of money. Anyways, we start walking down the halls and it was like a movie. It's like in a giant warehouse somewhere in LA. So we walk down this long hall and there's all these erotic paintings all over the wall. So I'm like, what? Where am I? Like, this is crazy. Giant, crazy stuff. I don't even know how to explain them. Then the movie starts. The doors open. It's like double doors. They go, whew. Smoke is through, like, no, dead ass, like a movie. And there was guys, like people just walking around in robes, white robes. And I'm like, what is happening here? I'm like, is this a spa? So he's like, all you guys go in your locker rooms, change it to your white robes. You can wear your underwear, whatever you want. Just put on the white robe. It's part of the routine. I'm like, okay.
So did you get dressed?
So we had our bathing suits, not bathing suits. Sorry, we had bra, so it looked like a bathing suit, bra and panties, and then the robes, whatever, cool. So like some of my teammates like just wore like they had shorts. It was hilarious. Anyways, so we go through. So we start walking through these different rooms, right? And I can't explain it. It was like insane, like a movie. Each room had like a different theme. There was like a doctor's room. There was like a dentist's room. There was like a mini dining room looking set if you wanted to play house. There were props. You could put on outfits. Like It was insane. There was a black room, a dark room. You go in this room and people just start touching you like this and start feeling on you. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? And they just like, I'm like, oh my God. Then there's this tube. You go through this one tube, like an obstacle course. People are putting their hands through there, touching you. Oh my God. It was like, oh my God. Okay. And then we get to like the big rooms, right? And all these big rooms had like these giant orgy parties. And there was like age brackets. There was like, this room is for 6 or more people. This room is for 50 and up. This room's dead ass said 80 and up, bro. I was like, oh nah. So my boy the Brian dude opened the door and was like, here if you want to look. So we obviously looked. Wildest experience ever in my life. My teammates like literally were like, we will never forgive you. Like, I don't know what you did. Fun fact, Jada, Will Smith were there and Brian McKnight. I don't know what they was doing, but we saw them when we was at the bar. So yeah. Then there were like strip poles. Like there was the SMA thing. Like, I think that's what is it? Yeah, the crazy sex whip
She
stuff.
said SMA.
Yeah.
S&M.
Yeah. S&M, yeah, whatever. That was my college. So that was my high school. Sorry, SMA. I didn't SMN. Okay, SMN. Yeah, It was the wildest experience. So there you go. Swingers Club is not the movie with Vince Vaughn. This is a real thing. Google it, look it up. There are swingers in this world. Shout out to all y'all living y'all lives.
Oh, man.
But yeah, that was crazy. And speaking of the threesome thing, there was this amazing hot guy. Oh my God, fell in love with him. And I was like, I want to be with you. He's like, well, do you have a friend from my wife? That's how it works. And I was like, oh, no. Like, well, I'm with this Brian guy. He'll be with your wife, I guess. Like, whatever. But they have to agree. So he had to go back to his wife. They have to say, yes, hey, I like them. We can work with it. If not, no. And she didn't want to because she knew that he liked me like that. Like he liked me because we stayed in contact after. Like it was a thing. So she was not down with it. So circling back to one of those situations, yeah. But Lord,
Wow.
if you ever get a chance, I'm not gonna knock it. I would say go see how it is.
Yeah, it sounds like an interesting experience. I'm glad you made it through. I will never look at a white robe the same way again. So thanks for that. So before we get to your
I will never look
segment,
at my grandparents ever again because I just have these visions. I'll be like, oh God, old people, and they was like getting it in, like it was crazy.
Good for them though, like that.
Like open a room of 60 to 100 people just getting it in, like that's how insane this place was. Like,
What did it smell like in there?
ew.
I don't even remember, Jenny. Like, I just remember my teammates the whole time looking at me. Yo, where you fucking got us at? Why are we out here? What is this? Oh my God.
Did any of your teammates participate in any of the activities?
No, I was the only one willing to be like down with it. They just were all like this.
Yeah, that's because you a freak, Rhea.
They were like in a little, like in a movie, like they were like in a little huddle, like together, like just looking around like this.
Oh
It was
my
funny.
gosh. So
Yeah, Rhea's like, oh, hey, okay, girl, I see you getting it in.
Yes. I had this old couple that want to holler at me. It was an old white guy with a young black girl, and they were like, we like you. And I'm like, what? Oh my God, no, I'm not going to be part of this.
Wow. Well, on that note, have you guys seen these new Gucci jellies?
I did actually. I did see
Those
that.
are really cute, by the way.
Would you pay
I used to rock
$500 for that?
jellies.
They used to sell those at
The
Walmart for
price
like
is
$5.
Whatever, exactly. The price is my only issue. Take off the 90 and I'll buy those. But other than that, they're cute.
They're cute. It's a thing. It's a thing that's going on right now. Also, I don't know if you.
They're coming back though.
I think Jenny would look super cute in that with like a little bucket hat or something. Like,
You know, I'm about to. You know, I wouldn't. I'd buy them. I would buy them.
I know.
I could totally see you. Well, you'd have somebody buy them for you. So I'm just speaking facts. What am I wrong?
Daddy.
Would you pay $500 for those? You'd have somebody pay $500 for those.
Oh my God, I would prefer someone to pay for them, but if I wanted, I would buy it myself for sure.
Facts.
But I'm always accepting gifts.
Yes.
Always. See, Jenny's appreciative. All right, so a few other things. Actually, speaking of jelly shoes, it reminds me of vacations. Drake has been out living his best life, during vacation and taking pictures with all sorts of fans. He posted a picture with a lady talking about happy anniversary, baby, or they look like they're having a great time, just surprising fans. Also, Nick Cannon's self-titled talk show was canceled officially. I don't know if you saw the couple that spent the night in Target, and apparently I think they're being charged or something for breaking and entering.
Yeah, they're like 26 and like 24. I think they could potentially get 7 years.
Yeah, they did it just so that they could document it and post it on their YouTube.
They were doing it for 17,500 subscribers.
I did see that part. But did they actually break into Target? Or were they already?
No, they stayed. So they didn't break in. So they probably won't get that crazy charge as far as that. They were kind of getting trespassing, but I think it was considered some third degree charge or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, they stayed in the store and like hid somewhere or whatever and got caught, obviously.
And they got caught, yeah. And now they're
charged. Smart people, we have cameras, we have phones like this, and you can literally have your video wherever you are, be in the world 24-hour surveillance on your phone and be able to look at your store, your house. So yeah, and if people go in, your phone alerts you like there's beep beep, there's movement.
That's when Alexa starts talking. Movement detected. Also, I don't know if you've seen Blueface and one of his latest posts talking about don't tap my name if you ever plan to cover it up. I think he's leading that poor girl on. Everyone's trying to make her out to be crazy, but I feel like there's a little something else going on there on the side.
Great.
The
Definitely.
game.
He probably down a few times, and she can't get over it.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure.
His face when he said that.
I'm like, this is gonna be a fun episode.
Going on here.
Eminem.
We keep it real, Abby. Stop playing.
All the way real. Eminem has been trending for the last week due to a lot of the commentary by the game, talking about he'd go head to head with him in a versus battle any day because he says he can basically outsmoke Eminem when it comes to his rhyme game. And not too long after that, RIAA came out and was like, boom. Literally, Eminem has the most certified singles in the program history. Do you see how long this list is?
That list is insane.
Insane.
What did the game say after this? Did he respond?
He has not responded yet, but I will say,
he's trying to pull all his lists out too. He's trying to find them.
Everybody was like, Eminem came and shut it down and didn't even have to say a word. Also, something I found to be very interesting, and I've had a big issue with this for years now, going to church, the way that they just really try to guilt you into the donations. But this right here, next level, ladies. Seriously, we found this on Spiritual Word. And basically what they said is, what are your thoughts on the church passing out tithing charts? Appropriate or not? So it's got annual income, and then it's got a percentage breakdown for your annual income and how much you should be tithing a year. So if you make $10,000, you should be donating $1,000 to your church a year. If you're making $250,000, they expect that you're going to be tithing $25,000 a year. Thoughts, ladies?
Nah.
It should be a government issue.
That's true. Like, if you make $10,000 a year, you need to keep that $10,000 at this point. Like,
right.
And it's called give out of the kindness of your heart. So,
right.
Yeah. That's why it's called donating.
That's really what it should
annual
be.
Income.
Also, in other headlines, Shansea's nails. Ladies, you rocking these or nah?
I mean,
I like the ones to the right.
Yeah.
The other ones look complex. I don't know how I'd pick things up.
I mean, what? First of all, how do you wipe with nails like that?
I don't know. But I was at her release the other night. Shout out to Shansia, Drizzy, the whole crew. The party was lit. Her album released. It was fire. She's #1 actually charting right now in reggae. And shout out to her. She looked gorgeous that night. Bia popped up. Bia sang a little song too. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the ladies in the city holding it down. But it was a dope release party. It was definitely a dope release party. Shout out to Village and the whole crew that did that. It was at where was it at? Hudson. Not Hudson. What's it called now? Harbor. Boom. Yeah. So shout out to the whole Harbor crew and all of that. It was there. So
Yeah,
it was a
shout out to
really
them.
good look. It was a really good look. Happy for her.
I clearly mispronounced her name, right? You know the Spanish in me. I just
Shantia, darling, wagwan.
Dope. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. We actually reached out to her team to try to get her on the show to show her some love and talk about how amazing this album is, but we hadn't heard back from her. But she's a really talented artist. I love listening to her freestyles anytime I see her on any of the shows.
Oh, for sure.
She's so dope. So before we get into, you know what I'm saying, whatever you about to be putting us on to, Rhea, I just need to know, ladies, this woman right here crept up on her boyfriend at the gym, I guess to try to figure out if he was cheating, and she stood behind him literally for like 10 minutes, and he did not even notice. She left.
You know what? I mean, whatever. I get it. If you trying to see what's in your man's phone. I don't look through phones, so
yeah, me either.
But
yeah.
I'm just, one of his homies in the gym could have been like, bro, I need to use this machine real quick. Like something, get him up, you know?
Right, like damn. But you know they left it alone, Jenny, because he probably was doing dirt. That's probably they were like, we gotta let him hang out there.
Yeah, he's probably one of them people in the gym that just gets on everybody's nerves or whatever. So they're probably like, I'm just gonna let him rot right there. But if it was my homie in the gym, I definitely would have came up and been like, I gotta use this machine. And he would have turned around, seen his girl standing right behind him, and been off that phone.
But you know
I do not like going through phones. Anyway, go ahead.
You know what the crazy part is though? Out of all that time, she stood there and left, and they told him after she left that she had been standing behind him.
Keeping receipts, honey. I would do the smart thing too. I could have whooped him with the barbell in the gym, and then I would have went to jail. So no, I'm gonna keep the receipts. I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna make sure I seen everything you swipe through, anybody you text, and as soon as your ass get home, I'm gonna whoop it.
Wow.
You guys go through phones?
Men, Joe, see, that's the one thing. If you ever have to disrespect your man, like, yes, then if you want to really disrespect him, do it in public. Because men don't like their ego to be bruised and people see them go down. You can have a man out of there shut up, or then you could have a crazy dude that want to act up and try to whoop you too. Like, it could be a whole thing. But I would say try to save it for a time and place. You know, keep the receipts, ladies. Don't make a scene unless you really have to and embarrass him. But just keep it silent, because that's the one thing men, it'll crush their ego. So if you really want revenge, go and do it. If you don't, well, I'm going to keep the receipts.
My whole thing, though, is if you got to be looking through somebody's phone, there's no relationship there because there's no trust. I mean, that's just always been my take. I've never gone through any of my ex's phones. Now, don't get it twisted. If you leave your phone there and I see 11 text messages coming at almost midnight from a female's name, I'm going to ask you some questions, but I'm not going to go through your phone. I'm like, why is she calling you 100%. This late at night? What's up? What's going on? And I happen to be doing some stuff on his phone, and then boop, message. I ignored it. Another message. I ignored it. 5 message notifications later, I was like, I'm just letting you know. And he was sitting right next to me. I'm going to open this because you got too many messages coming in from a random number, and I'm about to see what's up. And what I saw in those messages, it was not a good night. I'm gonna just let y'all know we got into a bad argument about that.
Sorry, baby.
No, I mean, it is what it is. He was stupid.
If you go through someone's phone, though, you can easily just make some stuff up in your head. Like if someone were to go through my phone, I feel like some of the messages would be just outrage. They would be like, "Oh, what's going on?" But it's absolutely nothing at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like easy to make something up, even if you just see a girl's name. It's like, why are they texting you at 10 o'clock at night? It's like, what do you mean? Like,
yeah, I was right about this though, because the same girl that was sending him all those messages was the one texting him from a different number. I guess he tried to block her. And when I looked at it, first of all, remember how we were talking last week about upgrading if you're going to cheat? I'm just going to say this and then I'm going to keep it moving. But like, if you're going to cheat, be smart. 1, 2, at least try to upgrade. I'm like, I want to at least understand it. She was not cute. Her attitude was horrid. Me and her were not even in the same category at all. And Yeah, like don't be stupid and do stuff like that. And she was like, I know you over there with your wife. We were talking about getting married. And she's like, you got me over here feeling like a side hoe. And then she kept going on and on. I was like, first of all, nobody's going to be feeling like a sideline nothing if you haven't been all up running up and down their field. So clearly you have some explaining to do.
I
And
like
I'm
that,
trying to
Abbie.
find the
You
right
been
way
running
to
all up and down their field. I'm using that one.
clearly you were
You ain't
exploring a lot of different
sideline
plays.
hoe. You ain't been running up and down their field.
I'm just saying. Oh my God, the playbook was terrible. He would have lost every game because he got caught
I'm
right away.
rolling.
But
Okay.
yeah,
Come through
there was
sports
that.
play.
So, anyways, what you got for us, Miss Keeping It Real? Since we're on this topic, it's perfect segue.
Oh Lord, keeping it real. Oh,
Pew,
actually,
pew, pew,
similar
pew.
situation. Pew, pew, pew. Before we hop into the topics, keeping it real. That happened to me. A similar situation, Abbie. I would never look through a guy's phone because once you do that, trust is broken. But my ex at the time, right, well, boyfriend, stayed over my house. Whole situation. Woke up in the morning. I tripped, right? This is why I know it's a sign from God. Women, when we have an intuition, just chime in, honey, because your
I
sixth
tripped.
sense is activated. So I
Seriously.
trip over his bag and I'm like, oh, his phone happened to be open. I'm like, that's weird. So I looked at him. I'm like, is he up? Like, is he pretending to sleep? Like, I didn't know. I was confused. So I literally go like this, put the phone back on his bag and go to the bathroom. When I'm telling you something struck down and was like, there was a voice and was like, go look at the phone. I was like, what? I was like, nah, I would never do that. I trust him. My little boyfriend was a square. I loved him. I'm like, no, and I was with him for three and a half years at this point. I'm like, nah, he would never do that. I'm like, the voice, I took one more step. The voice stopped me. I swear on everything. It was like, you need to look at the phone. And I'm like, that's so weird, right? So I go back to the phone. I pick it up. The only reason why I was open is because when your phone battery dies, for example, it pops up 20%, 10% if you have an iPhone. That popped up. So I'm like, oh, he has 20%. Okay, that's why. So I was about to close it. The voice said, you have to look. I said,
The voice.
so I take the phone, I go to the bathroom, I go to look, I'm swiping. Oh, he's good. Oh, okay. Nothing. Go to the photos. He's so good. Love my little boyfriend. He's so good. He go. So time out. Guys, when they're doing bad things, sometimes will put another girl's name under a guy's name. Or are there too many bro messages? Something like that. So something made me go look again. So I go look again and I go to see the names and I missed two names, right? And it was actually these females' names, but it looked like a guy's in between. So I didn't see it. Go to look at it. Lots of text message, back and forth, heart. He didn't even emoji me, okay? He was emojiing these hoes left and right. I was like, oh, hell no. I don't even get this type of attention. I don't even get heart kisses emojis, and I don't even get none of that usually. Like, it was a text like, I miss you, love you, of course, but it was never like the excitement of these emojis. So, story told, listen to your intuition, ladies, but that was the same thing. I would never look in his phone, but this voice was like, you got to do it. And of course, he was cheating. And of course, I looked in Google these, I texted them back. They were basic Becky hoes. I was hurt, and it was the worst. But yeah, on to the next. He's gone. He has a new little girlfriend. I think he actually got back with the girl that he was cheating and texting me with. So I'm happy for them, actually.
Was that the only time you went through a phone?
What'd you say?
Was that the only time you went through a phone?
Yeah, literally. Because like I literally would trust you, or I'd look at it, or I would ask you or something. But I never, you know what I'm saying? If you don't have that, like Abbie has said from the jump, from the beginning, it's not even worth it. Like there's no point to continue, because I'm not gonna be sitting here playing, here's Carmen Sandiego or I Spy. Yeah. Like I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to find clues. Where's Waldo? Like, no.
Before you go on, I did it one time. Oh, actually, no, I did it twice. But I pulled up to my man in the barbershop. He was literally getting his fade done, whatever. Had the wrap around his, the thing. And I pulled up, he had his phone in his hand, and I knew it was the perfect time. I pulled into the barbershop, I walked straight to the chair, grabbed his phone, stood right there, right in front of him, and started looking at it, because he was not about to jump up and mess up his haircut. And he was so pissed. I went through that phone, I threw it. Ooh, I was like, ooh, we are done.
Ooh, and that's a perfect time to make the scene, Jenny.
Yes, I made a scene.
You embarrassed him in front of his boys, the barbershop. You know they're going to be talking about it forever. Like, yo, that was crazy.
Yes, we got into a fight. yelling and screaming and all that. We got in the car. I threw his phone out the car window, everything. I was like, do not play with me. But that's it. Those days are gone. I will not go through a phone now because if whatever
Listen,
is
we're
meant
not
to come
condoning
out,
this, but you have to experience it once in your life. Once you get
Yeah.
to that point, you should know you will never fight over a dude like that ever again, or
Ever.
have him go to that point and make you get to that point and hop out of character. Because that's
Right.
not how we roll, ladies.
We too
Yeah.
classy for that.
Yeah. Never again.
Exactly.
Yes, let them know.
Man,
Okay.
we're too fly for that.
Too.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of
too
fly, keeping it real, by the way, what do you
Okay.
guys think of Drake's new braids? What do we think? He got cornrows now. What do we think about this?
I think. Listen, I've met Drake before. He is very. He's a sexy man. Got a very nice little smile. He's got a good vibe to him. I mean, the braids are cool. They're cool.
Okay. What do you
I
think?
love the
You
different
like 'em?
hairstyles. I love when people do try things out, and it's not bad. I like it. It's cool. I like it. I wonder what he's gonna do next with it. He's gonna Rico
I know. I'm trying to see.
Yeah.
The braids look good. He's throwing it back though. He's giving me Big Sean. Big Sean was able to rock braids at one point.
Yeah.
So I remember he looked good with them. He looked good.
He got a good
So,
hairline, so it's not crazy. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like he has a good
Yes.
shaped head. I think it looks good. I think it's just a different look, but I'm here for it. I like it.
I wonder if he got any extension pieces put in.
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh my god.
Guys be doing that. Hello, it's a thing.
They
It's
do.
a
It's a
thing.
thing.
What if he gets like them twisties, or you think he's gonna grow into some like dreads or something? Let's see.
No,
Let's
he's
see,
not. I don't
let's
think he's gonna
see.
do all
And
that.
then he's gonna come out with a whole Afro beats reggae album. Yeah, I
Have a
see
red-
it.
You know,
I
he
see it.
sounds
Drake,
like
we
that.
putting those vibes out there. Jenny's here for, she's soca queen, and over there, she would love all of that. So give
All
us
of
some
it.
piano, give us all of that. You know
All
what
of
I'm
that.
saying?
All of that. So what else you got for us
I
today?
love it. Well, shout out to BET, by the way. They're releasing short films from Megan Good and Turi Naughton to China Arnold and Lisa Ray. So shout out to them, all the ladies. I'm always supporting us women out there.
I love
They're doing
Lisa
their
Ray.
thing. And shout out to BET for giving them that platform so they can hold it down and tell their stories, especially from a woman's perspective. We need more women producers and directors and stuff out there.
Yes.
So ladies, get your grind on, start producing those films and put it out there. Actually, one of the biggest things that I really appreciated was an awesome quote by Missy Elliott, y'all. She said, sometimes when you do different and you're trying new-ish, okay, people won't get it until they see it work on someone else. So don't wait for someone else to do it. Take that chance and be that game changer. So speaking of all that, be that game changer. Shout out to Missy Elliott, Queen Bee over there. She is dropping gems always. And she said, you can't always wait for others' opinion when you're trying something new. They may not be those risk takers like you are, and they may be scared to think outside of that box. So from here on out, you take the lead. Don't worry if they don't get you trying to create new ish out here. So yeah, shout out to Missy Elliott. We love you, girl. Thanks for dropping those gems. And this is Women's Month. Hello, y'all. So Women's International Day just passed. So shout out once again to all the ladies. But it is our month, ladies. So do your thing. Take this as your stepping stone to start your year off right and get things into place and be that boss that you know you are. So yes.
Okay, I like that. And I did want to add something to that, ladies. Be unapologetic about your visions. I've talked to so many women lately, and it's like, well, I don't know. I feel like I'm doing too much. It's a male dominated. Listen, if there's something you want to do, go for it. I mean, this applies to all genders, but I feel like women have it so much harder. I recently had an issue where I had to quit a job because I couldn't be part of the boys club, and they were essentially setting me up to fire me. And it's crazy what we go through, and we never want to talk about it because why? Because you get blackballed, because you're sensitive, because, oh, you must be on your period. Oh, she's so dramatic, until you have to sit there and experience it for yourself. And then it's like, oh, wow, that's a lot. I mean, I've been saying that for how long now? So ladies, you're beautiful, you're capable, you're amazing, you're bosses, okay? We celebrate all of you, all shapes, sizes, ethnicities, whatever it is that you want to be. Embrace all of it. So that was dope. That was so dope, Ria. I love it. We're going to take a quick break in a second. We have an incredible guest today, Presley Tennant. I love her. She was on The Voice on Team Kelly, and her voice is beautiful. So she's going to be coming on. We're going to be talking about falling in love and what she's had going on with music, some upcoming dates that she has for shows, ironically with Blake Shelton, which I thought was hilarious because he didn't even turn for her. Also, really quick before we go, Hailey Bieber ended up having to go and be hospitalized due to brain issues. She issued a public statement saying that on Thursday morning, I was sitting at breakfast with my husband when I started having stroke-like symptoms and was taken to the hospital. They found I had suffered a very small blood clot to my brain, which caused a small lack of oxygen, but my body had passed it on its own, and I recovered completely within a few hours. Although this was definitely one of the scariest moments I've ever been through, I'm home now and doing well, and I'm so grateful and thankful to all the amazing doctors and nurses who took care of me. Thank you to everyone who has reached out with well wishes and concern, and for all the support and love. I thought that was amazing. People, your health is everything. I really can't say that enough. Mental health, physical health, emotional well-being it should be a priority for more of us. And if any of you out there haven't taken the time to check on your friends, do so, because you never know what somebody is going through privately. So on that note, like we said, be unapologetic, be about you, and be a boss. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back. Make sure you guys don't go anywhere. You're listening to The Abbie Knights Show.
Wake your ass up. It's time for The Abbie Knights Morning Show, the best show in the city.